Hey, what's up guys, this is Justin Ethan, and today I'm going to be showing off my DreamWorks DVD Blu-ray collection. Okay, first up is the original DreamWorks Pictures era, and this is the 1998 Signature Selection DVD of The Prince of Egypt. I only saw this movie once, and that was during the quarantine, and I remember really liking it. I haven't watched it since, but here we can see some of the directors. Brenda Chapman, who I think did Brave, but was fired, but still got credited. And I think Simon Wells, who did Mars Needs Moms as well. Go. See the back. Rated PG for no real reason. And blank artwork. I see they were still experimenting with that back in the day. I thought that was a little later. Whatever. Then we have the 2000 Special Edition DVD of Chicken Run, which I consider to be one of Aardman's best films, which is really saying something considering that this is their first ever feature film. Here's the spine. Back again. And this is rated G. I'm not sure why it's rated G, because it's actually pretty dark. The disc right here. Yeah. And a little pamphlet too. Oh man. Is this DVD really from 2000? Because the DreamWorks animation background is technically there. Maybe that's the cloud background of the actual movie. Either way, it's kind of telling. Jeez, we're not even halfway through. Now we have the 2-disc special edition of 2001's original classic Shrek. I'll be honest, I don't think this is the best of the franchise, nor the second best. And, I mean, I think this is a really good film with some good jokes and a solid heart, but I think some jokes don't really land, and Donkey and Fiona get on my nerves. See my Shrek retrospective for more info on that. Near the spine, and we get the here. John Powell. This is rated PG for mild language and some crude humor. And we can see we got the 2-disc special edition. This disc 1 is in full screen, and disc 2 is in widescreen. I'm not sure why there is a thing such as full screen DVDs, but what the hell. Okay, now move on to the era where they were officially started being credited as DreamWorks Animation, and we have the best Shrek movie, Shrek 2. I mean, even though I think this is the best, it's not the one I admire the most. We'll get to that. This is 2004. But still, the short answer, I love this movie so much for reasons that I explained in my retrospective. Far, Far Away Idol. RPG for some crude humor, brief substance reference. There was no substance reference. And suggestive content as well. And the disc is actually somewhat equal to the poster. Now we have the 2005 widescreen DVD of Madagascar. For the longest time, I've had the full screen DVD, but we're going to give that away soon. I loved this movie as a kid. I liked it as a teenager, but as an adult, I'm not entirely certain whether or not I'd actually call it a good movie. Anyways, this is the spine. This one has the Christmas caper. The full screen DVD has the I Like to Move It music video. Oh wait, it's also on this DVD too, but it was showcased more in the full screen DVD back cover. Rated PG for mild language, crude humor, and some thematic elements. The disc is actually so much different than the full screen DVD, which is actually blank. Here we have the 2006 DVD for Wallace and Gromit and the Curse of the Rabbit. I also have the Three Amazing Adventures DVD, but I left it off of this collection because I don't think it really counts as a DreamWorks animation thing, if you get what I mean. But I think this is also one of Aardman's better films. And this early one, the Oscar for Best Animated Feature, in year one, its fellow nominees was Corpse Bride? Yeah, that's right. Rated G, again, unsure why. This is the disc. And now we move on to the Paramount era. 2006, Over the Hedge. This is actually a really good film with some good jokes and a great cast and a killer soundtrack from Ben Folds. I used to own this when I was like 11, but I got rid of it almost immediately due to a mishap involving some my cousins of mine. Maybe PG. And as you can see here, we have the first ever DreamWorks DVD to say this film was presented in widescreen format. All Paramount DVDs have that, including nowadays, for some reason, even though full screen DVDs are obsolete now. And as we can see here, we have the blank disc artwork, which Paramount started doing at the time, and they still continue to do to this day. Fucking idiots. Here we have Flushed Away, also from 2006. I know people consider this one of Armin's lesser films, but I still really like this movie. I've seen it an unhealthy amount of times. And if you want to know my thoughts on it, as well as Curse the Rabbit and Chicken Run, you can check out my Armin retrospective. Rated PG. Even though the other two Armin films I own should have been that same way. This artwork, boring. And now we have Shrek the Third. Of all the movies in this collection, this one might be the worst of them. I really don't like this movie. In fact, it might be worse than I remember. For so many reasons. The story's a mess. The jokes fall flat. Soundtrack kind of sucks. Nothing new is learned. I could go on and on, but I don't remember all the reasons. I could nitpick this cover too. Like, why is Shrek smiling when he was firing the poster? And why does Fiona's facial expression look like? Why does her facial expression look like it says the Spiderwick Chronicles? Probably because it's a preview on the DVD. I don't know. And do not ask about the weird shit on the spine. I don't know how to get that off. Yeah, Amy Poehler's in this movie too. Very PG for. I can't read that right now. It's hard to tell what it says. Now we have B-Movie. I used to own this from 2012 to 2015, but I rebought it last year. And I know people don't really like it, but I actually do. In fact, I even wrote a review on it as well that explains why. But I mostly enjoy for how bonkers it is and how Seinfeld it is, which makes sense since he co-wrote this movie. APG for Monster Just of Humor. Man, Vanessa's quick being there. This is getting pretty big. I'm going to make a sort of pile here. Now we have the one and only Kung Fu Panda from 2008. My very first theater memory. And I've seen this movie way too many times. It's just so iconic and quotable to me. I freaking love this movie. I'm not going to expand into why. I didn't even bother reviewing it. Yeah, it's looking a little worn out, which makes sense. I've had this DVD since I was like 4, and now I'm 21. So 17 years. Sequences of martial arts action. And more blank artwork. Boring. Madagascar Escape to Africa. It's a 2009 DVD, even though the movie came out in 2008. If you guys are hearing the Simpsons theme in the background, don't mind that. That's my sister. You may notice the DVD cover is only half finished. This is part of a 2-disc pack with the Penguins of Madagascar DVD. Unfortunately, some people borrowed it and they never gave it back, so it's lost forever. This is actually the only Madagascar movie that I would call really good, in my opinion. Here is the spine. The back cover is actually different than it is on the single disc edition. Rated PG for humor, I guess. Yeah, mild crude humor. More of that blank artwork. That's so boring. It's all your fault, Paramount. Here's something. Now we get to interesting stuff. Now we get to our first Blu-ray in the collection, the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. This is a Universal Blu-ray collection, but it consists of 3 movies. One from Paramount, one from Fox, and one from Universal. If you ask me, I think the second one is the best. Though the first one is a close one, and the third one is pretty good, but it was dragged down by subplots. It does have a really good ending, though. I mean, and also we have the live-action one coming out this Friday. I have slight hopes for it, but not too much. Also, this is from the same guys who did Lilo and Stitch. Universal. As you can see, each disc is different. I also have this on DVD, but we're going to give that away because I have this Blu-ray now. Okay, now for the Shrek movie that I actually kind of appreciate the most, Shrek Forever After. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like this movie, but I cannot for the life of me understand why. I love this movie. I am in awe of it. Like, the way it took such a ballsy, dark turn that still felt natural for the series. Lots of heartwarming moments that honestly nearly make me cry. And the fact that the villain is voiced by DreamWorks employee is also pretty dope. And so much. In fact, this will be the only Shrek movie that I'll ever own on Blu-ray. Mainly because the other 3 still look decent on DVD. I mean, this one looked awful on DVD. I have this on DVD too, but we're going to give that away because, well, Blu-ray looks better. Also, there's a DVD in there. So yeah, you got the cover. That's right in the poster. Please don't pay attention to the noise in the background. I forgot to close my door all the way. Not sure why Paramount insists on mentioning widescreen format, considering the fact that there's no full-screen DVD. Now, hey, look, we got interesting artwork in this pamphlet. I'm not sure whether or not to recycle it. Now, at first I thought that Paramount actually gave us shit as a result, but it turns out these discs are part of the whole story Blu-ray collection that I'm not going to buy for a few reasons. For one thing, the menu layout is all the same, and the other reason, the previews are all the same. Weird. Now move on to Scared Shrekless, the only TV special in this collection. I bought this not knowing it was a TV special. The only reason why I bought it is because of the thriller tag there. But I do really like this special. I mean, there's also Shrek the Halls, but I haven't seen that yet. I might. I don't know. I prefer the... sorry about that. I got a text from someone. But I prefer the... actually, I don't prefer anything. So yeah, there's no rating for this because it's a TV special. More blank artwork, boring. Now move on to Megamind. I like Megamind. I do. But I don't love it. There's some good, strong themes in there, but I think the movie as a whole is pretty hit or miss. Also, I don't like Tina Fey in this. Yeah, please save the hate comments. I like Despicable Me more. Rated PG for reasons. Kung Fu Panda 2, a sequel that's pretty much as good as the original. I like the villain in this one, and there's some really strong moments in this. Oh, and in the first one too. There's some strong moments. This game pretty long. Kung Fu Panda 2, more blank artwork. Why do I have so many of these? Puss in Boots. This one's okay. I'm not really sure why I own it. I mean, I had $15 left, so I bought it on this. I like Salma Hayek and Zach Galifianakis and all that, but I couldn't get invested in the story. Bless you. Sorry, my sister sneezed for a moment. Huh, I don't remember having this in there. There's more pamphlets? Fuck. Okay. Alright, now for our final DVD from the Paramount era. Madagascar 3 Years Most Wanted. This was pretty underwhelming. I don't really find the new editions very interesting, aside from the villain. Actually, that's another thing, too. With the first one, I couldn't quite get invested in the story and the characters and the humor like I did in the past, but I should have mentioned that earlier. It's like... So yeah, mixed feelings on Madagascar. Though I like the second one a lot. Oh, I should have recycled these when I had the chance. Alright. Now, finally, the Fox era. The Croods. I haven't seen this since quarantine. I didn't ask for this DVD. My grandmother bought it for me. She always makes weird choices. I'm sorry, an animated Avatar? I have a hard time buying that. Okay. So PG for some. See, I can see that this is different. And hey, look, we haven't seen artwork this time. Well, no shit, it's no longer Paramount, it's Fox. I'm not interested in this. Turbo? I haven't seen that either. Okay, now on to Peabody and Sherman. I also have the animated shorts, but that's not DreamWorks. This is actually a really good, fun film. I recommend it. Though I don't really have good reasons as to why. I also have Penguins of Madagascar, but that's on iTunes. Alright, finally, Kung Fu Panda 3. I don't have the fourth one, but I did a massive search trying to find this. This is the Awesome Edition. I bought this at Texas. I guess it's called that because it's DVD combo. I don't know. This is pretty good. Not as good as the first two, but still pretty enjoyable. And this is a Blu-ray DVD combo, much like my copy of Shrek 4. And so there you have it. That's all the DreamWorks DVDs and Blu-rays. Thanks for watching.